So, before I take off on my next trip, I finally took care of this drone issue. It's not really taken care of, but I started it, and I have to send it back to them, which, I use my old dash camera box, and it come with this piece of foam that doesn't really, I wouldn't say it goes to it, but it kind of helps hold it in there. And yeah, shove a little newspaper, get it all so it doesn't flop around in there. I'm not actually sure if they're going to fix this or if they'll just send me a new one. You know how it goes. I don't know how much these things actually cost to make, but I know they're expensive to buy. So we'll see if they send me a brand new one or just put a new wing on it. That's really all it needs, is just the wing. So we'll see what happens. I just found out how this place works. Hold on. Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, a couple more errands that I gotta do before I get to take off out of town here. My kid asked me to get something for their Halloween party at school as far as a treat goes, and sure enough, I said, yeah, no problem, I'll drop it off at school. Then the school called me, said she was down there asking, did my dad drop something off? So I think they call that a dad fail. I'm grabbing some candy for her, dropping it off, and dropping the drone off here at the UPS ship off. So hopefully, I don't know how long the process is here. I'd really like to have it back for next week. I have a trip up to Maine coming up, and that's a great place to have a drone. You got the mountains, the ocean, there's a lot to see in Maine. It's really pretty up there. Always good to have some clear, I guess this would be considered packing tape with you. This is that Gorilla tape, and it's real good for taping up wires and antenna wires and stuff on your car. It doesn't comes off real easy, it doesn't leave any residue, and it's really strong when it is on there. So get this all taped up here, get the shipping label on it, get it sent away, because I really don't like not having this thing. It's I think it makes a big difference in putting videos up anyways, you know, getting good views and shots of where you're at. Should be easy. I think this is self-addressed. I think it's prepaid. I don't know. Gonna have to see if they have a marker. Get rid of that barcode on it there. Well, that was easy. Tape a label to it, and they scan it at the counter and give you a tracking code and everything. And I guess I get to see where it goes from there. Oh. And I got candy too. Seen me look at the bowl. He's like, you can have some candy if you want. I'll take some candy if I want to. So the process so far for the DJI drone is I bought the warranty for it. So, well, long story, I already had one drone before and it screwed up in the first couple of weeks that I had it, and Amazon was kind enough to just replace it and send me a new drone. But that's not really, but the second time around, as soon as I got the drone, as soon as I turned it on, I bought the DJI extended, what do they call it? Express Care or Express something. It was like $85 on top of the drone, and then you pay a fee for a repair on the drone, and then you pay a fee if the drone flies away and you can't find it, which I've had drones before, the expensive drone, that have flown away. I've lost one into the lake. I'm not good with them. I'm not a professional pilot, so I did buy the warranty, and when I got onto their website, or right with the actual app on the phone, it took me right to the page when I clicked on the link for the warranty service, and it already had my drone right in there. And one of the batteries that came with the drone never worked right. From the get-go, it wouldn't charge on the charge base, and when you send in for the warranty, they say, would you like to send in a battery for replacement with it also? So yeah, no, I do want to send in a battery. That worked out great because one of them didn't work at all. So I paid, it was $65 I had to pay because I have the drone. I'm actually sending it to them. I'm not just saying it's gone, lost, and send me a new one, which I think that fee is $250. But regardless of the fees, the $85 for the warranty, and then $65, you know, so you're talking about $150. I think it's a pretty good price. I mean, I don't want to have to pay it at all, but it's a pretty good price compared to just being out the drone, which I think was like $1,200 or $1,300. And even though it's, you know, fancy and has all this extra stuff and obstacle avoidance, it's still just a plastic toy. At the end of the day, none of that stuff works exactly as it's supposed to. So the warranty was totally worth it. and I guess it's a wait and see. You know, the damage really is just to the wing, and I don't know if they'll take the wing off and just put a new one on there. There's a wire, you know, the motor wire, and then there's some sort of sensor in the legs. So I don't know if they'll just replace it and send me a new one, or if they'll actually take it apart and pop a new wing on there and go from there. So I got tracking on it. I'll see when it gets down to, it goes to Louisville, Kentucky, and I'll know when it gets there, and then I can track the process of the claim through their website. So we'll see how it goes from here. I'd really like to know that I have it back by next week, but I know that's not going to happen, so we'll see. I guess it's been a minute since I've been to my kid's school. I just came out and said I'm not even at the right door. It's like they're celebrating around here. Listening to the Monster Mash. I got sugar for kids.
Say that again?
I got sugar for kids.
Okay, I'll be right out.
Yeah. Oh, come on. The koala's not coming out to get it? I see a koala dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
my God.
What classroom?
Ellie Rum. Oh, something. Thank you. So part of my honey-do list before I take off out of town here is, but this is a political sign. Happens to be out front of another one of businesses that we have, and my wife's business, which is actually sitting right there. We have a little coffee trailer. She does like breakfast stuff here, coffee drinks and frappes and bagels and stuff like that. But as you can tell, sits back away from the road, and we don't have any signage, and it's kind of hard to see back there. So it's been kind of quiet since we moved over here, and it is way back here, which is our little coffee shop, cabin, store, trailer, whatever you want to call it. So this is our second little business here, my wife and her sister's business, and we have a little coffee shop on wheels. So we actually take it to like events and festivals, carnivals, you know, basically anywhere people might want smoothies and coffee and snacks and whatever else. But our major issue is this is our new location, and we're all the way back away from the road, and people really can't tell that we're back here. So I told her I would get her some sign, or make her a sign for some frontage at the road there. That way people can see it when they're driving by. This is it's technically a 45 zone through here, but people drive through at about 70. And you're already past it before you would even notice it. So I was looking at that sign, and well, those are kind of perfect for a road and kind of simple to make, but I can't do anything simple, and I have to try to over-engineer it. I'm not a builder, a contractor, a carpenter, anything like that. But I had an idea on the way here of something that I think would be cuter than a 2x4 political sign with our name on it. And so one of the issues we've had here, since this place is on wheels, and it wasn't when we first put it here and parked it, but it gets wind, it might have shifted just a little bit, is the door is not wanting to latch. And for some reason, it is not lining up exactly as it should here. And it actually blew open twice, and it's sat open all night long, so it's not a great thing. And I might be able to adjust it a hair here, and I don't know if this will help. We have two jacks on this thing. We have a powered jack and then a manual jack, and sometimes you got to set the level to get it to be even. And I'm wondering if I just jack it up or down just a little bit, if it'll help line the door up better. First time around did not work. This might take a little bit more than I thought. So, with a little maneuvering of our jack stands here, because it is on wheels, that's our pump system, because it, you know, isn't hooked up to a city sewer, so we actually have a tank that is mobile. We just put it in the back of the car, and then we can come pump out all the dishwater and all that stuff. But I had jack stands underneath it to try to level it a little bit, and it was tweaking the door. But I moved one of the jack stands to the door side of the trailer right there, which is kind of lined up with the hinge side, which would raise, well, I'd put a little more pressure on this side of the door. And for now, it lines up perfect at the moment. Just gotta play with it a little bit. Perfect. Lines up, door's not gonna blow in, and nobody can come in and steal all of our syrup and hot cocoa mix. Problem solved. Now, just got to go work on getting that sign done for her. Because like I said, we're way back off the road here, and there's a nice sign we got, but people don't notice it when they're doing 60 miles an hour. By the time they think about it, they're already done and passed, and most people don't like to turn around. So let's go work on that project. So, sign is not built, but that is because I could not find the material I needed to build it. So that'll have to wait till I get back. Trucker diary here. 6 p.m. have to be in Chicago for first thing in the morning, or Gary, Indiana, and I need a shower and I need to clean my car out because I've been home, and yeah, I can't sleep in that. So time to clean this pig out and organize it a little bit. Give it a 10-minute clean job here, and get on the road, because I got about a 6.5 hour drive. It's gonna be after midnight before I show up out there. Obviously it might be 1 a.m., but I know this driver well, and he'll just come wake me up in the morning when he's ready to go. Heck, he might even sleep in the morning. It's hard to say. So get this done and get this show on the road. Well, it doesn't seem like too much, but it's clean enough for me here. Bed's all cleaned off, remade. I really do got to get a better mattress, but this one's working for now. I keep my little junk drawer right here in this basket. Got some paper towels I can reach from the front seat. Coffee pot's good to go. Fresh filled up water, pods. This is my drawers underneath the bed there. I got cereal and ramen and all that, cooking ingredients, and I got another junk drawer hiding back there. But then that thing has found a home on my back seat, even though that's usually where I sit unless I'm in the bed. But I gotta have somewhere to put it, so that's where it is for now. Week's worth of clothes. Got my laundry or bathroom bag back there hiding behind the seat, along with my medicine bag. And yeah, it's big enough for me. Cooler, all stocked up here. Got my yeah, I don't know, I'd say it should be a week's worth of ice cream cones and fruit bars, but we'll see how long that lasts me. I keep my milk and some drinks and some fruit, couple yogurts, condiments and some lunch meat, you know, whatever's got to stay cold. Plus, hiding down in here, I got myself a 3-pound pot roast, and I believe that is going to be dinner for tomorrow when we stop for fuel somewhere. I'm going to throw that in and let that cook, and that'll feed me and Junior if he's hungry. I hope he is, because I really, once I cook that stuff, I don't like to put leftovers back in this fridge. I just, out of chance it might leak or do something, I just don't want that, you know, smell in there. I thought I had a smell coming out of this thing, and turns out I used a half a bag of carrots, and because the bag is open, it's really just carrots, and they're still good. But I'm not used to smelling them, because I usually buy the 1-pound bags and just use the whole bag. But yeah, nothing in there rotten or spoiled or anything like that, so good to go there. And my mess of a front seat is I just chucked my shoes up here, but underneath that I keep my flags and my tool bag with my drill and electrical supplies and tape, you name it. And this is a good place for sneakers while you're driving. And my garbage can, keep my extra water here. This is my I guess you call it my junk desk here. It's got all my paperwork, all my stuff. Gotta always have the atlas with you. This is good. Gotta have those everywhere you go. And this is my junk lunchbox. It's got some smoke, some chips, some charger cables. You know, if I just want to be able to reach something quick, I throw it in there. And then this is my mount for my tablet, which I can actually go around to the other side and show. So if I don't have a paper copy of the permit, I can actually just bring it up on here, and I'll have the permit resting on the tablet here, and I can just swipe up through the routes as we're going down the road, and then it doesn't interfere with anything. So this is the captain's seat. I'm being here for 7 hours tonight, headed to Chicago, and then all the way over to New Holland, PA. So I'll be in this for tonight until Saturday afternoon sometime anyways. So I guess that's 48 hours anyways, but it's 2 nights sleeping in here. So alrighty, time for me to go clean myself out and then hit the road. Here we go. Leaving much later than I anticipated. Bye.
Love you.
Well, not you. Out the door we go. Hours after I said I was going to, driving into the night. But we got a family at home, so it's hard to get out the door as fast as I'd say to. Plus I screw around a lot. I always feel like I'm forgetting something when I leave and I'm going hundreds of miles away, so. All right, out. as I'm already running late on this trip. It is damn hot in this car. It's like 68 degrees outside, but without the windows open, it is just miserable in here. I found a Walmart. Don't know if that's gonna fix this or not, but I'm actually sitting here and I put the AC on, and I notice I don't hear a compressor kicking on or kicking off under the hood. And normally, like on a gas version of this, you would at least hear the compressor clutch kicking in and out, and I don't hear it doing anything. So I've got the actual fuse panel lid, and I'm looking for which fuse goes to the AC compressor so I can check that fuse and see if by chance it popped and that's why it's not kicking on. I could be completely wrong because I just spent 20 minutes looking under the hood for the AC compressor, and I don't even know what it would look like or where it would be. On a gas car, I could find it in about 5 seconds, and this is completely different. So hybrid vehicles, the engine, the setup is completely different, and the struggle is real. Well, no luck for me. Just bought a $30 fuse kit in there, just in case I did need the fuses. You might as well have the extra ones. And I tested the only fuse that I can find on Google that remotely resembles what would be part of the air conditioner in this hybrid van, which says low temperature or something, and the fuse is good. And I got no cold air coming out of this thing at all. Kind of lukewarm air, honestly. But yeah, it's just, maybe it sprung a leak, maybe there's no refrigerant. I don't honestly know, but I do know that Google will give you the worst answer, and it says in the hybrids that you have to have working AC because something in the system also helps keep the hybrid batteries cool. Now, I don't know if that's the case with this van. This van is like, it might as well be, it's like trying to read something in a different language. You know, it's pointless. So, I don't know. I'm gonna do this run, and I'm gonna have to take this car to somebody who knows. I don't want to mess it up. I can't afford $20,000 in hybrid batteries, so I don't know. Figure it out here. Keep on trucking though. I am slated for 2 a.m. to be where I need to be, so time to crank it out. And yeah, I gotta get trucking. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Good thing it gets dark by 6 p.m. and not 9 anymore, because then I don't have to get pushed too hard. Even if I get a short amount of sleep, I'm pretty good at running for a while. I just get tired a little early. But anyways, back on the road. Time to call it a night. Thank you, Pilot Flying J. Oh, I need to get some rest. They got jokes. Whatever you say, Pilot. Good night.